Early morning in Washington, D.C., news anchors broke into regular programming with breaking news. Chinese jets crossed into Taiwan's air defense zone as U.S. naval ships moved through the Taiwan Strait. The world watched anxiously as images of warships and fighter jets flashed across screens. In Washington, lawmakers demanded a strong response. Stock markets trembled in New York and Shanghai. The roots of this superpower showdown run deep. Let's explore how a moment of hope became an era of competition. In December 2001, the world watched as China joined the World Trade Organization. Delegates cheered, and Western leaders called it a breakthrough. After joining, China's exports exploded. By 2010, China was the world's top exporter, but millions of U.S. manufacturing jobs moved to China. Hopes were high that trade would bring openness and peace. But the story was just beginning. At first, the U.S. and China celebrated booming trade. U.S. imports from China soared, and Walmart filled with Chinese-made goods. American tech firms built vast supply chains in China, making products cheaper. But cracks appeared. The U.S. accused China of unfair trade practices. China launched Made in China to 2025, aiming to dominate high-tech industries. Economic interdependence turned to friction. The world's two largest economies were on a collision course. As economic competition grew, U.S. defense planners shifted focus to Asia. In 2011, President Obama announced a pivot to Asia, increasing U.S. deployments in the Pacific. China responded with a massive military buildup and modernization. Now, tensions rise at sea and in the skies as both nations compete for influence. The South China Sea became a flashpoint as China claimed almost all of this vital waterway, building artificial islands and military bases on reefs. Neighbors like Vietnam and the Philippines protested, while the U.S. responded with freedom of navigation operations. Tensions rose as fishermen and coast guards clashed at sea, with global shipping hanging in the balance. The rivalry between the U.S. and China escalated into economic warfare. The U.S. imposed tariffs on Chinese goods. China hit back, targeting U.S. exports. The trade war rattled global markets. Technology became the next battleground, with the U.S. banning Huawei. The dream of global integration faded, replaced by talk of decoupling. The Taiwan Strait became the most dangerous flashpoint. In August of 2022, a high-profile visit by a U.S. politician to Taipei really enraged Beijing. Chinese jets and warships began massive exercises around Taiwan, firing missiles into nearby waters. The world watched anxiously as both sides raised the stakes. Chinese planes crossed the median line, the unofficial border in the strait, almost daily. U.S. warships sailed through the strait, insisting on freedom of navigation. Taiwanese forces went on high alert, scrambling jets and, well, preparing for the worst. Other countries called for calm, fearing that any miscalculation could trigger a war. The crisis revealed just how easily a political gesture could bring the world's two most powerful militaries to the brink of conflict. Every move was watched by millions as the future of Asia and the world hung in the balance. US-China rivalry now spans economics, technology, military, and diplomacy. Each area feeds into the others, creating powerful feedback loops. Neither side trusts the other, and both see high stakes in every move. This rivalry isn't just about two countries, it affects the whole planet. Across Asia and the world, people are worried. Surveys show most Japanese and South Koreans see China as a military threat. Southeast Asia hopes not to choose sides, but fears being caught in the crossfire. The world is entering a new era of uncertainty as the US-China rivalry shapes our future. China's entry into the WTO was a turning point, bringing hope for partnership but leading to rivalry. Today, headlines about tariffs and technology reflect a deeper struggle for power. Will competition lead to conflict or cooperation? The stakes could not be higher for all of us.